And the NFL world has descended on Arizona for the annual league meeting this week. Team owners, general managers, head coaches, all coming together to talk NFL business. Our team insider JP Finley joins us live from Scottsdale. Hi, JP. What are you hearing from the Commanders brass out there?
Hey, Amy. Yeah, it's been a busy day here. The morning started 7:45 a.m. Dan Quinn sat down for breakfast, talked through a lot of the team's free agency moves, looking ahead to the NFL draft, kind of some of the decisions and how the organization had to rework, especially their defense, in an effort to get younger and faster and win some games on the field. But just moments ago, we got to talk to Commanders owner Josh Harris, and he had a lot of information. We were talking about the NFL draft. You know, the NFL draft this year is going to be in Pittsburgh. Harris said he's going to travel up to Pittsburgh to see it firsthand, but he said expectations for next year's draft, 2027, when it'll be held on the National Mall in Washington, D.C., he said they're expecting 1 million people. But by far, what Harris was most excited about was talking about the construction that is on track for the new RFK Stadium.
On track, totally on track. Hard at work on so many cool things when you start to think about it, but basically we're starting utility construction this month. Next year, about this time, we'll start construction. We're doing some of the detailed design features, and there's so many cool opportunities with the innovation in stadiums. I mean, whether it's the shape of the scoreboard, which we may have some things up our sleeve on, whether it's the size of the scoreboard, the sound, the nature of the roof, where the premium, how close many of the seats are relative to other stadiums. There's so many great opportunities, but we're definitely on track and looking forward. This is going to be an amazing project. It's the funnest part of every week for me, is spending several hours on the stadium.
It's pretty neat to hear Josh Harris talk about this stadium project because obviously he's a major businessman. He's a billionaire, but you can tell this is also a passion project for him. He grew up going to RFK Stadium, talks about what this means for him and his family and legacies, and it feels very real. The other thing with Harris, Washington announced that they're going to be rolling out new uniforms in mid-April. Harris said, "We want to honor the past while looking to the future," and he kept mentioning we've got some tricks up our sleeve. Now we got to wait till April 15th to see those new uniforms, but I know fans are very excited, especially at kind of getting back to the more traditional look. We saw them wear the old school Super Bowl white uniforms 3 times last year. I'd expect to see a lot more of that going forward. One other note from Harris, he mentioned that they're targeting for the new stadium is about 75,000 people to be able to be in there. He said we'll have all the biggest acts, all the biggest events, and he specifically brought up the Women's World Cup, that's a priority to have games in D.C. Obviously, the World Cup this summer, no games in D.C. I think Harris wants to change that right away.
Yeah, I think a lot of fans want to see that changed. And just to hear the care that goes into all the little details, so many things to think about. But yeah, lots of anticipation to see how that game day experience will be. JP Finley, thank you so much.